Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I'm coming at you with an interesting video. Today I want to talk about Coleman products. And more specifically, let's get down to Coleman liquid fueled products. Doesn't matter if they're dual fuel or just white gas, but I want to talk about Coleman. Now, I've owned many Coleman products. These are just a few. I've owned many of them over the years. I've had lanterns, I've had dual burner stoves, I've had triple burner stoves, I've had single burner stoves. And I'll tell you, I'm a big fan of Coleman. I think they put out an amazing product. But they do have a small issue. Now, it's not Coleman that has the issue. It's any manufacturer on this planet that puts out a product will still have this issue. Now let's get started. I'll talk about it. Okay, let's get started. Now, I'm talking specifically about liquid fueled products. Okay, you got lanterns, you've got single burner stoves, dual burner stoves. In the back I have a couple triple burners, another small stove. Okay, now all of these products are just designed very well. We'll take this one down and use it for an example here. What I want to talk about more specifically in this video is the small issue that I have repeatedly with these stoves. And again, you know, I'm not trying to knock on Coleman, but it's these caps. Any manufacturer on the planet is going to have the same issue, because what you're doing is you're taking a cap and you're putting a rubber seal against a piece of steel. And over time you are going to get wear and tear on that rubber. See this ring around on the inside? So a lot of times, you know, and this is a heavy duty piece of copper or brass. This is actually brass, I'm sorry. But so the replacement price to replace these caps is pretty expensive. I mean, they're like $5 or $6 to replace a cap. So what I've found that works for me is I go down to Walmart and I buy just a simple inner tube for a bicycle. Doesn't matter what size the bicycle. And make sure that you're not buying an inner tube that's full of slime. And so you take that stuff, that inner tube material. I'm going to back this camera up. Sorry guys. So you take that inner tube material, and you know, over time I've taken my tape measure and I've looked inside, and if you take I'm starting at the 1-inch mark here, you can tell that this inner diameter is approximately 3/4 of an inch. So what I would do is I would take my scissors and I would do my best to cut out a 3/4 inch circle out of rubber. Sometimes they end up a little larger, but for the most part I would cut these out. And what I would do is I would put them inside of my caps, just like this, and I'd kind of pack them in there, you know, and this has really got me out of a jam a lot of times, tons of times. Okay, so I just kind of pack it in there, and then that goes into the stove or into the lantern or whatever the device is, and that'll create that nice seal. Now recently, so that's one option. You know, again, this one's a little bit smaller. This one will probably fit a little bit better. That's a better example. So inner tube material works good. Pair of scissors, inner tube material. You paid what, $4 for the inner tube, if that, and you can get probably 100 circles out of it, or maybe more. So for the price of what one cap would be, you can fix 100 stoves or 100 lanterns or whatever. Okay. Now let me take this a step further. I went down to my local hardware store and I found rubber flat washers. Okay. These are 3/4 inch by 5/16. Okay, so they have a 5/16. I think it's 5/16. These are 3/4 inch diameter. See that? And the inside hole is about 5/16. So what these do is they kind of replace the old inner tube idea. These are like, I don't know, 20 cents a piece or something like that, depending on what your hardware store looks like. But they just fit right in there. Look at that. They fit in there perfect. So I go to my hardware store and I buy like 10 of them or 15 of them. This is like, so even if you buy 10 of them at 20 cents, that's $2. You know, and they're already cut. You don't have to worry about fumbling around with scissors, and you don't have to try to make sure that they're perfectly round. They come perfect from the hardware store. They're just rubber flat washers, and they work amazing. Now, one thing that will happen is over time, after being exposed to fuel and things like that, they'll swell up. So they'll end up looking like this. Okay, but they still work. You can see on the back where there's a ring around there. This one's been used, so I just basically I flipped it over because you see this cap. Whoops. You can see that this cap has a deep ring inside. So I just basically flip it over and pack that baby back down in there, and these just really work good. So if you're a Coleman advocate, you know, if you have Coleman, whether it's lanterns or stoves or whatever it is, if it's a liquid fueled item, you know, because these work great. Even if they swell up like that, they'll still seal. They'll still seal and they'll still hold pressure in your tank. So that's a quick fix that I've found for my Coleman products. So I hope you found the video useful today. I want to say thanks for watching. Please feel free to give me a thumbs up, like the video, share the video if you'd like. And if you like the type of material that you see video-wise on my channel, please subscribe. I'd love to have you. And until next time, have a beautiful day. I hope you found the video useful. Now get out there to that hardware store and get some 3/4 by 5/16 rubber washers. And you can fix all your Coleman products. Have a beautiful day. Bye.